Dateline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. My name is Chris Foust. This is the Simuologist, and here we talk about a lot of crazy things, mysterious things that happen in this crazy reality of ours. The one that I'm going to bring up is a newscast out of Vermont today that happens to show a UFO. I mean, it's clear as day. It's like a faded flying saucer. They have no idea what it is. The news station actually knows about this, so it's not something that we're reporting on that they don't even know about. They found it. They discovered it. It looks like it happened on one of their cameras that was looking out over, I don't know, the sky, some scenery, in order to catch the sunset colors. I have no idea. But all I know is that they reported on it yesterday, and I wanted to share it with you today as soon as possible. You've probably already seen this. If you haven't, please take a look at it with me because we're going to investigate it. We're going to talk about it and go from there. So hold on one second here. Let's take a look at this video.
If you tuned in to Local 22 News at 5 this morning, you may have caught something unexpected on our weather cameras that even has Alex and I completely stumped. Take a look at this clip from our show earlier today. You can see the shape in the top left of your screen move in a way that doesn't appear to be consistent with that of a cloud, bug, airplane, or anything of the sorts. Although it could be some sort of explainable phenomenon, I'd like to think we've seen a UFO over Colchester. What do you say, Alex?
Well, we're not saying that aliens aren't real this morning, but we just don't know what it is. It's not a bug, it's not a plane, it's kind of a faded oblong shape. So
very geometric.
It has a shape like a UFO.
It's not shaped like any bug I've ever seen.
No. And when we typically think of UFO sightings and alien spaceships, if you will, they have that kind of saucer-like shape, and they move erratically like it did across the screen there. So, nothing behind me though. Yeah, I gotta keep a lookout.
Look out up there.
I don't want to get abducted out here.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Okay, so that's essentially the video. Now, why is this so important? Because we are facing a time right now that's very critical, especially in the UFO and UAP community. This technically could not be a UFO only because it doesn't really show that it's an object, but it is something that's in the air. So it's an unidentified aerial phenomena at this point in time. However, it could easily turn into a UFO and be classified as an actual object. What I want to do is I want to watch this video again with you, and let's just break it down really quick. Okay, so this happened in Colchester, Vermont, right at, she said it was like 5 something in the morning. So this must be a sunrise that's coming up. Okay, so this is a sunrise that's happening, and this shape, whatever it is leaving the area. Maybe it was there overnight. And that's what leads me to believe that it could be the phenomenon that is similar to being extraterrestrial, some type of UFO, some type of craft that is cloaked. And what's happening is that sometimes these cameras can see, because cameras can pick up certain types of infrared. I'm not saying that this camera picked up infrared, but I'm saying that sometimes they can. And when they pick up infrared, they can pick up things that on the spectrum that we can't see visually. So we can't see infrared. That is why certain things at night are brought to our attention through infrared lenses that we can't really see. A lot of times ghost hunters, UFO watchers, they all use infrared cameras in order to enhance the spectrum, right, of viewing and what they're seeing. Even NASA uses infrared. Everybody uses infrared in order to see that spectrum. I'm not saying that this is what happened, but I'm saying that it's possible that the camera might have picked up something that was trailing off, and it was maybe in an infrared spectrum that the camera happened to pick up that we just couldn't see with our own eyes. So let's go back and let's take a look at the video here. Now, you see how she starts off, obviously. She's, this is happening at 6:56. They were saying that it happened at 5 o'clock. I don't know if this is AM or PM, they're not saying. But they are noticing something, this shape that's up here, right here. As it keeps going up, watch as it just moves and it just kind of gently drifts away out of the frame. This is really important to see right now because this looks like a craft. Now, how big do you think this craft would be? I think that's the important thing. How big do we think it is? I mean, we have these trees here that we can see, but we don't know if whatever this object is, whatever this phenomena is, if it is directly over those trees or if it is in the background of those trees, like a parallax effect. So something like that would mean that those trees being closer, okay, would mean that something that's farther away at that size would actually be bigger. Okay, bigger in size. Now, is it a couple miles away? Is it maybe 10 to 15, 20 miles away that's in the sky? And it's just this massive object? Or is it directly over those trees? And if it's directly over those trees, then it would be a little bit smaller of an object. But let's take a look at it again here. So as we pull this up, we're going to see, okay, so here we go. There's the object. Is it this size of the tree? Or do you think that it's bigger than the tree? Because that's really the question. Is it a bigger object that's farther away, or is it a smaller object that's up close? Either way, this is clearly showing some kind of translucent appearance that so many witnesses have claimed to see. I mean, it's amazing to me that people dismiss unless they see footage. Well, here you go. Here's the footage. Here's what you wanted to see. Everybody says, I want to see footage. It's the 2022. It's the day and age of 4K cameras. We should be able to capture something on film. Well, here you go. And it's done by a news station. So you have it in your possession. Is it real? It's definitely not faked. They're not faking it for the news. They really captured something. They don't know what they caught. They seem more surprised than anybody. They figured out that it's something interesting, but they can't quite. I mean, this is a newscast here. What should the weatherman be saying that it's a UFO, or should the weatherman be saying? And I don't know if that guy's the weatherman, by the way. I'm not saying him, but or should the weatherman, be saying, no, that's an atmospheric phenomenon. That's a cloud that's dispersing. That's this. That's I know I've seen that many times in my studies at school. Okay, they're not saying that. They don't have anybody to give them a straight answer. That's why this is so important. I think this is groundbreaking. I mean groundbreaking, because this is something that I think is going to go down in history as being one of the first true sightings of something. I don't think that we're going to be able to prove this one as a balloon, number one, okay, which a lot of people have claimed in previous videos, right? And that's fine. I even claimed that it could be a balloon in previous UFO videos. I'm not saying that that's the case in this point, though. My opinion is something pretty interesting. It actually got it yesterday when I saw it. And I apologize for getting this video out late. I should have got it out yesterday, but I was, swamped and busy. But I saw it. I said, "Oh, this is amazing! I have to do a video. I have to figure this out, and I have to get your comments on it." So if you could, please comment down below, comment in YouTube, comment on Facebook if you see it there. Wherever you're finding this video, please comment on it and then share it with your friends. Please share, because we have to figure this out. We have to understand what this object is. This is so important because this could be the most groundbreaking thing that has happened to us. Everybody wants a UFO caught on video, and they want it to be real and legit. What else is real and legit than coming from your actual local news station in Vermont? I'm just asking. What else could be more legitimized than that? This isn't coming from some guy who is a known hoaxer. This isn't coming from somebody who's trying to get views on Reddit or YouTube or anywhere else. This is somebody this is a company, this is a newscast, a news station, local, that happened to capture something that they can't explain, and they think that it's a UFO because there is nothing else to explain. Like she said, there's no airplane. That doesn't look like any airplane we know of. Okay, that doesn't look like a bird. It doesn't look like a bug. It doesn't look like anything except for it looks like a UFO. It looks like a flying saucer. It looks like something like what we saw in the old days of flying saucers. Not these little orbs that are coming out. It's definitely not a triangular craft of any kind. It's possible that it could be square shaped. We do have like 4 corners, so maybe it's possible that it could be square shaped. I'm not sure, and I'm not saying that it is, but there are so many things, and it fascinates me. I'm sorry for being excited, but you should be excited too. This is incredibly fascinating, and I think that it's going to go down as one of the first like disclosure type processes. I think we're going to see a lot more of these in the years to come. I think that more and more sightings are going to come out by the local news or the national news in order to make this known. So please let me know what you think this is. This is incredible, incredible, coming out of ABC 22 in Colchester, Vermont. Amazing, amazing footage. So let me know in the comments below, and stay tuned for some of my other videos that are coming up later this weekend.